Welcome to Thoughts Roundup. Well, I have today is a special day as far as my programming is concerned. This is the 500 mark. I have put 500 episodes on so far. 500. What does 500 mean? Oh, whenever it comes to doing something like this, it means a lot. Because I have to stop and do certain things. Of course, as you can tell, some days I didn't really put a lot of time in it, but yet you have to get it all done. Fortune 500 magazine, if I remember correctly, was representing 500 successful companies. 500. If you're just counting, this is over half of Methuselah's life, if you're just counting. Now just say, let's look at 500. 500 times you do something. 500 times I got ready, got before camera. Well, if you noticed, I'm dressed up a little better today. I didn't have to. I wasn't going anywhere big or doing anything big, but I wanted to. 500 of these doolollies I've put on this Holy Ghost radio and YouTube. What if you had 500 crows? You're sitting on the back porch, and all of a sudden 500 black crows just flew in, and they were around you and all over you. That marks 500. Maybe if we can get a little visual, we can think about how much 500 is. Well, what if you're sitting on the front porch and 500 dogs all of a sudden just came around and every one of them wanted to lick your hand or something? Every one of them wanted to be petted and you'd be overwhelmed. But that's 500 dogs. 500 dogs. What if 500 cows all of a sudden came in? 500. I can't remember the words, but all I remember of a country song many years ago, it said something like, I am 500 miles away from home. Well, that kind of makes it a lonely feeling. 500 miles away from home. You see, from Dallas, if you went 500 miles in one direction, you would get to Kansas City. 500 miles gets you to Oklahoma, to Joe's Barbecue. From Dallas to 500 miles towards Oklahoma gets you to Joe's Barbecue. 500 miles to Mobile, Alabama, from Dallas. From Dallas, 500 miles gets you to Biloxi. From New Mexico is 500 miles from Dallas. Indy 500. The reason it's called Indy 500 is because the first time it opened in Indianapolis, the racetrack, they went 500 miles around that track. But let me show you something a little bit more on a spiritual level. After Jesus resurrected, 500 people saw him after the resurrection. And I believe, if I remember correctly, that some were still living that saw him in Paul's day. Now I want to say I'm sorry about not responding to your comments. I love the comments, but there's some reasons why I don't respond to all of them. But please keep commenting, and always know that every day I look to see who has responded, and I read it carefully. Now I want to tell you something. People in churches all over, they let me know that they're watching, listening to the program. Now I know that many doesn't show up. I don't understand it, but I understand most of the time the amount is not properly shown. But when I go to churches, from 50 to 75 people, 100 people let me know that they are watching. I want to thank Brother Jeff Hoffer and also his wife. His wife goes with him a lot, and she's a big help. I want to thank them for the opportunity to do this, and I appreciate them an awful lot, allowing me to be on Holy Ghost Radio, and then they move everything over to where people can get on it. So I thank everybody for how well you have received me in this process. I've enjoyed it. There's been times that I would have liked to have gone to sleep, but I felt compelled. To go ahead and put on another program. I know that there's some times that I've missed. I'm making a new resolution this year to try to be sure and put something on every day. So if you get on one day and I just say hi, bye, you'll know I'm just trying to fulfill my obligation. But I love all of you and thank you. Please comment. Please check if you approve, give it a check. If you don't approve of it, go bump a stump. But no, if you want to check, you don't approve, that's okay. Whatever you do, I'm just glad to be with you all and be a part. And I hope that time will remember that we were all together and we did this. I have some very faithful followers. There's some that used to respond And of course, I never did respond back, and maybe they were discouraged. If that be the case, I'm sorry. But let's go. Let's have another 500. And if I live, and everything keeps going the way it is, as good as it is even, I plan on doing something more. 500. 500. 500. God bless y'all. Y'all are so kind. Good day.